hope you all are doing well. We're back here at Briarfield, and I have my assistant Chloe, who is my camera lady for the day. So I am gonna do the calendar. We're gonna do a story and maybe sing a few songs, and I have a fun little project for us to do too. This is the week that we were gonna start talking about wind and air and how those things work. So we're gonna have our projects have to do with that. So let's get started on our calendar first. Who remembers what month it is? It's March. It's March. So let's start from the beginning. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Well, not today, but we're behind a couple days. 27. What comes after 27? 28 and 29. So today is the 29th. It's actually Sunday, but this might not be posted until Monday. And what comes after 29? 30. That's a hard one. 28, 29, 30. So tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this, it's going to be Monday, and it's going to be March 30th. And there are actually only 31 days in March. So after that, we're going to be into a new month, and our new month is going to be April. All right, so come on over here, friends. And should we do our song that we always do in Story Corner? What do we do when we come over and sit, and we're on the carpet, and we like to sit crisscross applesauce? And then a lot of times, so that we kind of get everyone's attention, we'll go, open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little. Now sometimes I like to change it up. Sometimes we go snap, snap, clap, open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little, snap, clap, snap. Now, it's okay if you can't snap yet. Snapping's a little bit difficult. You can just pretend to snap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little snap, snap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Sit down, put them in your lap, lap, lap. All right, good job, guys. And I thought we might do maybe 1 or 2 songs that you guys are probably missing. I know you all have some favorite songs that you like to listen to in Story Corner. One song that my friends always ask for in Story Corner is called Way Up High. You want to do Way Up High in the Apple Tree? All right, 1, 2, 3. Put your apples up, way up high in the apple tree. 5 little apples smiling down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples, and were they good. Put your apples back up. Way up high in the apple tree. 4 little apples smiling down at me. Chloe, I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples, and were they good. Now how many? You had 4. 1 fell down. Now you have 3. Way up high in the apple tree. 3 little apples smiling down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples, and were they good. Now how many? You had 3. 1 fell. 2. Put them up. Way up high in the apple tree. 2 little apples smiling down at me. Get ready to shake it. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples, and were they good. 1 left. So put that last apple up. Way up high in the apple tree. 1 little apple smiling down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apple, and was it good. Good job, friends. All right, I have one more song that I know my friends really love to sing. And it's the song where you guys go around the edge of the pond and you sit on the side. Chloe, maybe you can actually be an example.
Okay, I don't know how to do
Okay, we're gonna have Chloe show you. We're gonna put the camera on someone else for now. All right, ready? So Chloe, you gotta sit like a frog. My friends all know how to sit like a frog. How do we sit like a frog? Up, like that. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wait, how do I do it?
Just follow the direct. Listen. Ready?
Yeah.
5 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. And you
Yum,
say,
yum.
yeah, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool. Woo! There she goes. Where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Ready? 4 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs.
Yum, yum.
One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. 3 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs.
Yum, yum.
One jumped into the pool, woo, where it was nice and cool. Now there are, how many? 2?
2, I think.
2 green speckled frogs. Maybe you need to turn around and go back the other way.
I think so.
All right, 2 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs.
Yum, yum.
One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. 1 green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs.
Yum, yum.
1 jumped into the pool, woo, where it was nice and cool. Now there are
0 speckled frogs.
no green speckled frogs. Good job. All right, I'm going to give the video back to Chloe, and we're going to do a book called Air is All Around You. All right. Maybe move it a little closer so my friends can see the
The
book.
pictures.
All right, so my story is called Air is All Around You, and it looks like a nice day. Not like today. Today is kind of a yucky day. It's rainy outside, but it's actually good for the plants. That's what happens in the springtime, is there's a lot of rain and then all the flowers and the plants come up. So this is called Air is All Around You. Air is all around you. There is air down in a deep valley. There is air around a high mountain. Wherever you go, there is air. And look, what do these kids have in their hands? This looks fun. A kite. Cars and houses are filled with it. So are barns, sheds, dog houses, and bird houses. Cups are full of it. So are bowls, pots, glasses that we drink out of. That's hard to believe because you can't see air and you can't smell it. You can't feel it either, except when it's moving or when you spin around. So you know when you spin around, friends, and you can kind of feel that push of air on you? Okay, you're gonna make everyone dizzy. You can't see the air in a glass, but you can prove it is there. Try this experiment. Run a lot of water into the sink or put water in a big bowl. Color the water with a little food coloring. Not much, just enough to color it a little bit. So this would be something, friends, that maybe you can try later with moms and dads. You don't want to try this on your own. But just think about that. If you ran a lot of water into the sink, or you put some water in a big bowl, and then you put a little bit of food coloring in to make the water colored, let's see, I wonder what they're gonna do next. Stuff a paper napkin into the bottom of a glass and then turn the glass upside down.
Oh, I've done this before in school.
If the napkin falls out, you have to stuff it in tighter. So maybe actually, you know what? Maybe when I'm done reading the story, maybe that's what we'll try actually. Maybe we'll do that. Keep the glass upside down and make sure it's straight up and down and do not tip it. Push it all the way under the water or as far under as you can. What do you think's gonna happen? Lift the glass out of the water and then turn it right side up and take out the paper napkin. It will be dry. We're gonna have to try this. The water didn't touch it. The paper was under the water, but it didn't get wet. Let's see why. Once again, put the napkin in the glass. Turn the glass upside down and push it under the water. Look at the glass through the water. The water does not go into it. It can't go in because there's air in the glass, but you can make the water go in if if you tip the glass a little bit. A bubble of air will go out and it will go up, and then your napkin will get wet. Skip that page. Air is all around you, and it is all around the earth. Air covers the earth like peel covers an orange. So you know when you peel an orange, you have to get the peels off of it? That's the same way that air goes all around the earth. We have air all around us. The air weighs a lot, 5 quadrillion tons. Look at how many zeros are in there in that number. Can you see that? That's 5 quadrillion. That's a huge, huge number, and that's how much air we have. That's hard to believe, but it's true. The air in the room where you are weighs more than you think. In an average room, the air weighs 75 pounds or so. If the room is big, the air in it weighs more. If it's small, the air weighs less. We don't feel it because the air is spread all around us. Airplanes and balloons fly in the air, but spaceships don't. Rockets push them higher than the air. Spaceships fly above the air that is all around the earth. Spaceships must take air with them. They have enough to keep the astronauts alive. When they go out of the ship, astronauts carry tanks of air on their backs. They need the air to stay alive, and so do you and I. Lucky for us, air is everywhere. Wherever we go on Earth, there's air. Air is even in water. That's lucky for the fish. The air is dissolved in the water, and you can't see it, but you can prove that it is there. So even though the fish live underneath the water, they still need air. And the way that they get the air is that it dissolves in the water a little bit. And that's why they have those gills on the side of them. So we're gonna stop here with our story, and we're gonna do our little experiment. I actually have 2 little experiments that we're gonna do. So we're gonna walk over to the table, and we'll show you our experiments. Okay, Chloe, you can stop it. All right, so my story is called Air is All Around You. And I have a little bowl full of colored water, and you'll see why in just a minute. They have a little experiment, a little science experiment in this book. So air is all around you. There is air down in a deep valley. There is air around a high mountain. Wherever you go, there's air. And my friends in this story are flying a kite, because you have to have air and wind to fly a kite, right? Cars and houses are filled with it. So are barns, sheds, dog houses, and bird houses. Cups are full of it. So are bowls, pots, and glasses that we drink out of. That's hard to believe because you can't see the air, or you can't smell it. You can't feel it either, except when it's moving or when you spin around. So you know how when you spin around, friends, or even when you just move your arms like this, you create air and you create wind. Sorry, you don't create air, but you make the air move and you create wind.
It's kind of like when you're in the pool, you can make a wave with your hand.
That's right. That's making the water move. You can't see the air in a glass, but you can prove that it is there. Try this experiment. So this is our experiment that we're going to try. It says run a lot of water into the sink or put water into a big bowl. So we have this big bowl here. Chloe, why don't you hand me the phone and you can do this experiment, okay? So what we have here is a bowl full of purple water. We put some purple food coloring in it.
And a giant
It says put water in a big bowl and then color the water with a little bit of food coloring. Not much, just enough to color it a little bit. Okay, so that's what we did. Stuff a paper napkin into the bottom of the glass. Turn the glass upside down. So turn it upside down, Chloe. If the napkin falls out, stuff it in tighter. Is it falling out?
Nope.
Nope, it's good. Keep the glass upside down and make sure it is straight up and down. Do not tip it and push it all the way under the water or as far under as you can. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Chloe, push it in.
Tell me when to stop.
Go all the way in to the
Oh,
bottom.
it's kind of hard.
It's hard to, I wonder why it's hard to push it in the water. Now lift the glass out of the water and turn it right side up and take out the paper napkin.
Make sure it's dry.
Take out the napkin.
It's dry.
It's dry. The water did not touch it. The paper was under the water, but it did not get wet. Let's see why. All right, so once again, you're gonna put the napkin in the glass, turn the glass upside down again, and then we're gonna look at the glass through the water. Go ahead.
Oh.
The water does not go into the cup. Can you guys see that? It's not going into the cup. It can't go in because there's air in the glass. But you can make the water go in. I wonder how we can do that. Tip the glass a little up. Did you see that bubble come up, friends? Tip the glass. Did you see those bubbles?
My teacher would call it a farfig newt.
Above. Tip the glass up a little bit. A bubble of air goes out and up. Did you see that? Let's see if you can do it again. Oh, now you can't. You might have to lift the glass up again, Chloe. Oh, there's the bubble. When the air goes out, there's empty space in the glass and water goes in. So let's see if we can make the water go in, Chloe. So keep tilting it. Keep tilting the glass. Keep tilting, tilt. Keep tilting the glass. Up. Then the water starts to go in when you tilt the glass.
My hand is wet.
So you tip the glass until all the air goes out, and now it's full of water. And now, is the napkin wet?
Oh, now since we
Yes.
colored the water, the napkin's kind of purple.
It is purple. When the glass was full of air, there was no room for water. When the air went out, the water went in. So that's a pretty cool experiment. And I think the reason that the water, it was kind of hard for Chloe to push the glass down into the water was because the air was in it, making it a little bit difficult for her to push the water down or push the glass down into the water. All right, can you take the camera again and I'll finish my story?
Wait, my hands are wet.
All right. All right, so I'm going to continue my story. Air is all around you, and it is around the earth, and it covers the earth like peel covers an orange. So you know how orange is, how you have to peel off the layers and the orange is underneath? The air covers the earth kind of like that. It's all around the earth. The air weighs a lot, 5 quadrillion tons. That's, look at all these zeros in this number, friends. Can you believe that? That's hard to believe, but it's true. The air in the room where you are weighs more than you think. In the average room, the air weighs 75 pounds or more. If the room is big, the air in it weighs more. If it is small, the air weighs less. We don't feel it because the air is just spread all around us. Airplanes and balloons fly in the air, but spaceships don't. Rockets push them higher than the air. Spaceships fly above the air, and that is all around the earth. Spaceships must take air with them. They have enough to keep the astronauts alive. When they go out of the ship, astronauts carry tanks of air on their backs. They need air to stay alive, and so do you and I. Lucky for us, air is everywhere. Wherever we go on Earth, there is air. Air is even in water. That's lucky for fish. The air is dissolved in the water. You can't see the air, but you can prove that it is there. All right, so we're gonna stop. All right, so friends, I have 2 little art projects that we can do today. And you can choose to do one, or you can do both if you have the materials at home. Or maybe mom or dad needs a little bit of time to get the materials together and they can maybe have you do it tomorrow. It's up to you. But in the meantime, if you don't have stuff ready to go, you can just watch and then maybe you can try it at another time. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how you can use air and wind to move some paint around to make a kind of a crazy hairdo. So I'm going to draw a face. So here we go. I'm going to make, here's the face. I'm going to do some eyebrows. I'm going to make some eyeballs. There we go. I think she needs some eyelids too. And we're going to give her a little nose.
Ooh.
And we're going to do a little smile. She's a happy lady. And we're going to do some freckles. Okay?
I think she needs some hair.
Well, funny you should ask. I'm going to show you how to add some hair. So I'm actually going to have Chloe do the hair. So Chloe, you go take a seat there. And Chloe is going to show you. So there's one of 2 things that you can do. So what I have here, now this is a bottle of liquid watercolor paint. But at home, you can really just use some watered down paint. So you just add a lot of water to the paint so that it's very like liquidy and watery. Yep. So the first thing you can try is if you have one of these things, this is an eyedropper. Sometimes you'll have it to take medicine, so you might have that laying around your house. Mm-hmm. So Chloe, suck up a little bit of that water, that paint, and you're gonna dab it right along the edge of her hair here. Dab, 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 dab. All right, now take a straw and you blow that paint up that way. Let's see what happens. Whoa! That's some crazy hair, huh, friends? All right, now add a little bit of more. Now see what happens when you add some more water. Or paint, not water.
Put some
All
up
right.
here.
Yep, go ahead. Wow. Now she actually looks like her hair is like blowing in the wind, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now what if you wanted to make her hair not look like it was standing straight up? What if you wanted to make it look like...
Maybe you could do
Oh,
it like that.
there you go. Okay. You might need to add a little more paint.
Yeah.
So you can use an eyedropper to add the paint. You could also just use a paintbrush just to lift up the paint and just make some dots of paint. You just have to get a lot on there to make an actual, it's got to be like a little blob of paint. All right, now blow it down and see what happens. Oh, it's blowing in her eyes. And do the other side. Wow.
Crazy hair day at her school.
For sure. Look at that hair she has. She's wild. So all you need for that, friends, is a straw, some watery paint, and like I said, you can just add, if you don't have, this is liquid watercolors, which we like to use here at Briarfield, but you can also do the same exact thing with just a little tiny dot of paint, and then you just add a ton of water and you make it really liquidy. So that is one of the projects you can do if you have those things at home. Another thing that you can do, all right, Chloe, I'm going to stop you with that. I think Chloe's having fun doing that. Another project that you can do today is, okay, what do I have there? What is that, Chloe?
A tray and some tin foil.
Right, so we've got a piece of tin foil, we've got a paintbrush, and then I've got some different shades of paint. I've got some 2 different shades of blue and then some white. Chloe, I would like you to take the paint and cover the whole tin foil. Now, you don't have to do the whole thing. You can just do like a small square just in the middle, okay?
Okay.
So you're gonna take that paint and cover like a rectangle in the middle, a good amount of space. Now, it might be helpful maybe if Mom and Dad tape the foil down to a tray. I made the foil a little bit bigger than the tray, but it might be better if we actually tape the foil to the tray, and that will kind of keep it in place. All right, so get that rectangle all filled in, Chloe, and use some different colors. Use some darker blue. You can get a little white on your, yep, there you go. You can mix the colors. All right, so fill in that rectangle.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Go ahead, keep going. All right, and then once she has that all filled in, we're gonna take, what is this? A Q-tip. Watch what we're gonna do. We are going to make some swirls. So here you go, Chloe. Make some swirls.
I need to finish doing this.
Okay, we gotta kind of like speed it up a little bit here though, Chloe. Okay, now make some swirls like you're making wind. Make some swirly lines for wind in there. Ooh, let's see. Come around. Oh, wow. Oh, a little heart. I'm not sure that wind makes that shape, but you can use your imagination. So see how you use the Q-tip and it kind of removes some of the paint and it makes some designs in there. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to take a piece of paper. Here you go, Chloe. And press the paper down on top of that rectangle. Yep, and then, yep, there you go. Smooth it out. And now lift the paper up.
Oh, that's cool.
So what she actually did, that is called a print, because you used the paint that you put on the foil down there, and you pressed a piece of paper on top of it, and you got the imprint of the designs that you made. So the other really cool thing about this project is you can also, now Chloe, take your brush and cover right over it.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can do it again. You can do it kind of over and over. So you can use your Q-tip to add more designs in there, and then you do another piece of paper.
I'm gonna do something funny.
Okay. And then she can press another piece of paper so you can do it. Oh, she says, hi, friends. Hi. All right, so that might be something that can keep you busy, and hopefully everyone has Q-tips and foil in their house. And you can maybe try that out sometime today or at some point this week. Don't bug your parents too much if they don't have the stuff, though. All right, friends, so I am going to say goodbye for now. So Chloe, say goodbye. Thank you for being a good helper.
Goodbye.
And we will see you guys. We're going to try to post a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday with some things to keep you guys busy. Chloe had something she wanted to add to the end of our video, though, so go ahead. Did you want to say it?
No.
No, you don't want
No.
to? She wants some subscribers to the YouTube channel, which I am actually mortified about, so we're going to try to not do that. But all right, friends, so I hope you enjoyed our story today and our experiment and our art projects, and maybe it's something that you can try with moms and dads at home when they have a minute. If you don't have the supplies, you don't need to bug them about it. Maybe they can get them by the end of the week and you can try it out by then. Miss Danielle and I are going to try and post a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so that we have some things for you guys to do and we can kind of keep you in the loop of what we're supposed to be working on this week, which was wind and air, and we'll probably talk a little bit about rain and weather also. All right, so I hope you guys are all doing well. We love you and we miss you, and we'll see you soon.